Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy.
It is so freaking good, dude. I don't know what you got for the next night's Raw, but I've already got multiple things envisioned, right? So, like I said, Christian should start the show. Christian should start the show. And here's how I would do it. So, Christian, like I said, nice new haircut. He comes down, his music is playing, but he's not doing the gold falling from the ceiling. He's not doing the spin.
None of that because he didn't win the title.
So he comes out and he goes to speak, but instead of speaking, the crowd, just like with the Hardys and Edge and Christian, won't stop clapping for him. They're all standing. They're all like, "We love you, Christian." And before he can speak, that's when Arn Anderson, he doesn't come out through the stage. He comes from the side of the stage and gets in the ring. He says, "Son, let me get that." And so Christian hands him the mic. He says, "I can see it in your face." And Arn's great at being serious. He says, I can see it in your face. You're struggling. He's like, "But you come from a place with tremendous talent. Whether it's the company's first undisputed champion, Chris Jericho. You know, the best there is, the best there was, the best there will be, Bret the Hitman Hart. Each time the crowd pops, God, I wish this was in Canada. I don't know where the show's happening, but we'll pretend.
Yeah, let's wish it was in Canada.
Let's wish it was Canada. We haven't checked, but wherever the show happened, they're loving this. So you put over Chris Jericho, you put over Bret Hart. Arn, being a great wrestler himself, can put over Lance Storm.
Yep.
And he says, many a wrestler have said that your brother Edge, he's one of the next top guys, but he's not the only next top guy in this company. And so as Arn is helping Christian believe in himself, right? So he goes from being down to more up, right? I would love for him to be assaulted by Brock Lesnar immediately. I don't know what you've got Brock doing, and I don't know if you're cool with this, but I would love for Brock to immediately take him out. Because, so we established that Christian, the night before, is a top babyface, right?
Yeah.
But we established that Brock Lesnar is a murder machine the night before.
Yeah.
And so we went from Brock opening to now, and Christian closing, to both these guys being top guys. I would love for Brock Lesnar to jump Christian, and for Paul to take the mic from Arn and say, this is your next top guy. This is the next big thing. This is the world's most dangerous man, or wrestling's most dangerous man.
There you go.
And so I would then do the Brock Lock to Christian, if that's okay by you.
Honestly, I'm fine with that.
Okay, thank you.
That's actually great.
Thank you. And so I just thought that would be a great opening segment.
Yeah.
So I'm not
actually not mad at that.
I'm not sure what match you have booked for this show, but I know a segment I would love to have.
Okay.
Which is, so obviously Christian needs help to the back by the referees and the security.
Yeah, he can't walk.
But Arn didn't get touched.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's Arn Anderson.
Yeah. Right.
So I would have Arn go speak to his lifelong best friend, Ric Flair, his cousin, and say, Rick, you've been spending a lot of time with Hunter, and Rick's like, woo, yeah,
Nature boy.
Jet flying, limousine ride, exactly, all of it. And
alligator shoes,
Rolexes, exactly. And so Arn is serious, but Rick ain't taking nothing seriously, and so then that's Arn's like, Hunter, he's got great talent, and Rick's like, yeah, let's go out on town with Hunter, and so he puts his arm around Arn, and they walk out, and they go find Hunter, right?
Yeah.
So this is leading to, don't get me wrong, Flair is still the president.
Yeah.
Hunter is still the champion, but this is leading to Arn, who is the level-headed man, going to the commissioner, Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Probably not on this night, but in the future, and being like, we've got to figure out what to do because like this guy is like
They're
off the charts.
They're kind of effing around. Man.
Yes, exactly.
We need to focus up. This is the new company, damn it.
Exactly. We got to enforce some stability around
For
here.
some stability, exactly.
Oh,
Oh man. Yeah, that's actually all great stuff.
Thank you.
I was basically gonna have Christian just cut a classic babyface for him, but I really like that. Like Christian doesn't say
Because he can
a thing.
still do it next week,
Yeah,
or the
he,
week
he
after.
can do it. He doesn't even have to do it. Actually, the way you did it made it so he doesn't have to say a damn thing. And he still gets put over huge. He gets put over by a legend in Arn Anderson.
Mhm.
The crowd puts him over,
Yep.
which is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
So, and meanwhile, Christian hasn't said a word since the first week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he hasn't had to speak.
Right, because his actions are speaking for him.
Exactly. Which, I mean, I'm not saying Christian can't talk, because he
No, because he's a good
definitely
promo.
can, but I think the fact that he doesn't have to says a lot more.
I think the not talking is helping to wipe away the crybaby attitude that he had.
Exactly. He's now all action, no faction. I couldn't think of a better rhyme.
That's good. That's good though.
So after all of that insanity, we go to just a quick match. It's what did I have? Oh, it was DDP just beating Billy Gunn.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, nice little match. Billy comes
Oh
out with
my
meat.
goodness! Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I've got to ask you.
Yeah,
Do you have plans for Diamond Dallas Page?
actually, as of right now, no.
I know exactly what I want him to do.
What's up?
I want him to be the motivational speaker that bolsters Sean Stasiak and Billy Gunn and hypes them up. I want him to be their hype man, right? So
Okay.
he's already got the never-ending smile. He's
Yeah.
got that awesome jacket.
Yep.
And these two guys have nothing going for them, right? Nothing.
Not a thing.
Nothing.
In fact, after he beats him, he's like, "Damn, you guys had it rough, huh?"
Yeah.
Like, come with me. Come with me.
Yeah, come with me. And it's a way to, just like with Arn, it's a way to help. Now, don't get me wrong, Billy's got a long career behind him, but Stasiak doesn't.
Yeah.
He's really young in the business, maybe 3 to 4 years.
Damn, seriously?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting this is 22 years
Exactly.
ago. Yeah,
so he debuted in 99, so
Yeah.
99, 2000, 2001, 2002. Yeah, 4 years. He's 4 years into his career.
Jesus.
And so, but the point is, DDP, he's been in the business, and the best part is, he started as a manager.
Yep.
And Billy and Sean Stasiak are neither one of them are small,
No.
and so it's not like the olden days where DDP is going to dwarf everybody he's around.
I'm about to say, yeah. And I genuinely, Billy Gunn's so big, I forget how big he is.
I know.
Like, he's standing next to the Acclaim right now, and I'm like, God damn, the Acclaim look tiny next to Billy
It's
Gunn.
crazy, and neither one of them are tiny.
No, at
So-
all. They're both huge men.
Yep. So yeah, I think that'd be a great use of his.
You know what? I mess with it.
Uh-huh.
I think it's a good trio to have. Because I was going to pretty much build these two up, especially since I don't have an opinion on Stasiak.
Right.
So, but I do like Billy Gunn, so I was like, I got to do something with it.
Sure.
So that's actually good stuff. I was trying to figure out how to get from A to B, so thanks.
No, my pleasure.
Saves time. Next up, we have a segment that is just a contract signing between Jazz and Lita.
Mhm.
And it's pretty much how every contract signing in the history of time has gone. They say some words. Jazz is keeping in character, very respectful, but says, I am the most dominant women's wrestler here. And despite the fact that you won a great match against Trish, next week when we have our world title match will be no different.
Mhm.
And
I want Trish to be heel so badly because of Jazz being such a consummate professional babyface in this storyline. I don't know if she will turn, but like the more that Jazz is being respectful, the more I want Trish to be disrespectful.
because
I just need that yin
I-
to that yang thing. You
yeah,
know?
no, there'll be a yin to the yang. I haven't decided who I want to take.
It's all good.
Yet. That's why I haven't
No, that's fine.
established like a super heel right now. I need to establish the division as existing.
Absolutely.
So-
I ain't mad at what everything you've done has been good.
Yeah,
The Molly match, two more Molly matches,
Yeah.
then the Trish and Lita, Ivory and Jazz. Everything's been good. The more you talk, the more I'm like, I want Trish to be a heel.
yeah.
I want Trish to be a heel.
To be fair, she's a phenomenal heel. So I understand why you feel that way.
Well, I mean, Jazz is a great heel in and of her own right.
Yeah.
But because you're having her be,
Super baby.
yes, it's the only reason I'm wanting it to be bestowed upon Trish.
Yeah, some type of contrast. I get you. I'll plan it out more.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
But as of right now, just establishing the women's division to get them from A to B, get them from nothing to anything.
Yes.
But But yeah, it ends with Lita like, that's cute, that's what's up, and then she slaps her in the face after signing the contract.
I like it.
Yep. And it's like, don't disrespect me. I'm not somebody to be looked over.
Yes.
I'm effing Lita.
I went to Mexico to learn to wrestle. Didn't even know how to speak Spanish, but I went down there because I looked up to Rey Mysterio, and I knew that if I wanted to succeed in wrestling, I was going to go where he was trained.
There you go.
Which is a true story. Have you ever read her life story?
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Incredible.
Good stuff.
Makes me feel real sad that it's all divulged down to Edge.
I know, right?
Which is like, damn, that's like, dang it.
So,
don't get me wrong, that was a bad life choice on her part.
Sure, but just a peek behind the curtain. When we were planning this show, I went to Josiah and I said, "There's one person you drafted to your show I'm gonna have to steal." And he said, "Who's that?" And I said, "Lita." And he's like, "Why Lita?" I'm like, "Well, when we get to that time where Edge and Lita link up, I've got to have her because I already have Matt and Edge on my roster."
Exactly.
And so I was like, "I'm willing to trade you. I'm willing to do whatever, but like I got to get her so I can run the storyline."
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. And then lastly, no, sorry, not lastly. Van Dam talks about his match with Raven, how it was one of the toughest matches of his life. That was just a little backstage segment.
For sure.
And he said he's looking forward to the future of being U.S. champion, just to get the U.S. champion on the show.
Absolutely.
And then
Probably
we
some
have
coach action there.
Exactly. And then we have the last match of the night. So the hardcore title, which wasn't represented on the show, is the main event.
Okay.
Represented on the pay-per-view,
I know what you mean.
was the main event of tonight's show. So I have my man Goldust going one-on-one with Kane. It's the toughest hardcore match he's had this whole time.
You said Kane?
Yeah, Kane.
Okay.
Like the big red machine.
Just checking.
Former WWE champion.
Yes.
That Kane. Actually, was he world champion in your world?
Well, it happened before I booked it.
Oh, okay.
So
cool,
he
cool, cool.
still had that 24-hour reign.
All right, great stuff.
So nothing changes prior to the invasion in the World Wrestling Federation landscape.
I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't remember when he won the world title.
Yeah, it was
That's why I
in
asked.
'98.
Oh, okay, yeah, plenty of time.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, so he wrestles Kane. It was a great back and forth match. Kane goes for a choke slam through the table, but Goldust sneaks out and hits a bulldog through the table. Hardcore falls count anywhere. So Goldust pins Kane in that situation. Kane doesn't look weak despite losing. But it was a big win for Goldust. Really adds some importance to the hardcore title. And after the match is over, Goldust is celebrating in the ring, and Stacy Keibler walks out.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me some time.
Okay.
All right. So Stacy walks out, gets in the ring. Goldust had the reaction you just had, and then she what's the word I want to think here? Shatters his dreams.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm with it.
She kicks him in the balls.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Goldust is holding his nuts as you do after you get kicked
Of
in
course.
the balls. And that is when Kurt Angle's music hits. So
Yes.
Kurt comes out and says, "You have been talking ish about me for 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You've been cracking jokes. You've been making fun of me and disrespecting me. I am still the #1 overall pick of Alpha Entertainment Worldwide. I am still the star of this show." Man, I cannot talk. And
It's almost over, I promise.
Yes, good
We're
Lord.
going to get it to the finish line.
Yeah, we're about to cross. And Kurt says, "You know what? I'll admit, I've had it rough these past 4 weeks. I haven't been winning the matches I should have won, but I'll tell you what, I'll be damned if I'm not a champion by the end of whenever our next pay-per-view is."
Oh, you're doing it on pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah,
well, the next
down the
pay-per-view,
line.
the next pay-per-view is my pay-per-view.
Shit, that's right.
So what I would
Okay.
recommend, let me tag in real quick. 4 weeks, Kurt Angle has fallen.
Yep.
But you know what, Goldust, you're down there. Your dreams have been shattered. I don't want to wrestle Goldust. You went to war with Kane, and your war paint came off. So I'm challenging the natural Dustin Rhodes for that hardcore title. It's got Texas right on it. I've seen your design. I see what you put on there. Well, why don't you represent your family, the Rhodes family, when you defend that hardcore title against the best damn wrestler on the planet, the #1 draft pick of Monday Night Raw, the wrestling machine, Kurt Angle.
Good stuff.
Thanks.
And
Because when you said it was a grueling match, I just imagined his paint coming off.
like it does every single time.
Of course,
it's a
yeah.
match. But yeah, thanks. As you can see, I was draining. I put Stacy with Kurt because let's be honest,
She's not a good wrestler.
She's not a good wrestler. So
She's great to see.
but she's great to look at.
Absolutely.
Kurt's a dirty, down rotten heel.
Mhm.
He's been down and out. He needs something to turn his fortune around.
Yeah, bring that confidence.
Having a drop dead gorgeous manager in Stacy Keibler definitely helps with your confidence. Doesn't matter who you are.
And she can help negotiate and manipulate Mick Foley, Ric Flair. Probably not Arn, but whatever. Arn can be the straight man when Rick's getting manipulated.
Exactly.
And so, I love it. I think that's a great finish.
But yeah, that's why I put those two together because I'm like Stacy and Kurt. Can I make that work? And I'm like, yeah, I can totally.
Well,
make that
and
work.
I know you didn't tell us what she was wearing, but I instantly thought of Miss Hancock.
Yeah, it's
The business suit, the glasses.
business suit.
It's the professional look to have for. I've always. Please let me do this. Please let me do this. I've always wanted Alexandria York's gimmick of the York Foundation to come back in the modern age. Do you remember Alexandria York's gimmick in WCW?
No recollection.
Do you know who Alexandria York was?
Yeah.
Okay, Terry Reynolds in WCW. She would have the biggest, most fat laptop that you could ever imagine existing. That I don't know how she carried it out because she's so freaking small. But in the 2002, you can have all these bright, colorful. Every laptop she brings out can match the business suit she's wearing.
Yeah, because it's
Exactly.
options.
It's options, and things are pretty. I mean, 2002 might have been the peak of appearance when it came to technology, like with the like I said, those pretty colors and the fun times. So I would love for Stacy Keibler to have the computer out there to help the wrestling machine figure out
The best strategy.
the best strategy in his matches.
Yep. Works for me. Actually, I'm not mad.
Like, obviously that won't debut in this segment, but next week,
Yeah, just in the future,
In the
Kurt's
future.
next match.
brother, that was a great follow-up to your pay-per-view.
Appreciate it.
I love it so much.